So in this video, I want to talk about some things that I like to do that perhaps you can try doing when you feel your repertoire is getting stale. Here we are, we're about almost halfway through the summer gigging season, and I've logged quite a few acoustic gigs. And tend to, as a human being, sometimes we tend to get in the habit of playing some of the same stuff, or we've been playing out a lot, so we start to feel a little bit stale about the music we are playing. Maybe we're getting kind of stuck in a habit of playing the same material, or we're just quite frankly bored, looking for something fresh and something new. Especially when you're playing in a lot of repeat gigs at the same venue, you really want to try to make sure to keep the material fresh. But how do you do that, after a long amount of time? How do you keep the inspiration to be to be excited about the material that you're going to be playing when you're kind of a little fatigued from playing so much and from gigging so much? Well, I have a few ideas that I want to share with you, some things that I've tried doing that have worked for me, and some ways to get some ideas to refresh your repertoire, put some excitement into the stuff you already play, and get some ideas to be excited about new material that you might want to learn to play. All right? Let's talk about it. Now, this one may be obvious, as are many of these suggestions, but that is to go through the list of your current songs, okay? Hopefully you have a master list of what your repertoire is. And I think you'll find if you go through that list, there might be songs on there that you just haven't played in a long time, maybe because they were starting to get stale, right? But after a certain amount of time has passed, you might want to go back and revisit some of those songs that you haven't played in a while. You might find that you approach them a little bit differently. You might find that maybe you were playing some things not correctly. You might find that maybe you want to try those same old songs, but in a different key, okay? Something a little bit new you might want to bring to the old material that you haven't played in a while. That makes it exciting again, okay? Maybe something that you kind of gave up on because you didn't get a good audience reaction that you liked, and so now you can kind of rethink the song and bring it some new life. Another thing I like to do is to just take a couple of days off of playing, if you're not booked, and just listen to music that you like, listen to something new, something that maybe you haven't listened to in a long time, and just find some songs that inspire you. Listen to a new artist maybe that you've been hearing about, that you've been meaning to check out, that you haven't had a chance to check out, and see if any of those songs or any of those sounds of that artist speak to you. Another thing I like to do when I'm not feeling inspired in my repertoire list is go out and listen to somebody else perform, whether it's somebody who's also an acoustic solo act like myself, or sometimes maybe just go listen to somebody totally different, maybe somebody who is a piano type singer or a full band or any type of musical act that could give you a little seedling of inspiration, because that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for something to spark the creative juices and get us excited about playing again, so that we will bring that excitement with us to our performances, and it'll just make our time performing a lot more pleasurable to ourselves, and in turn I believe that'll make it more pleasurable to our customers and to the audience at the venues that you're playing at. Another great suggestion, and I would say probably 30%, if not more, of my whole repertoire list exists because of honoring requests that clients or fans have made. So when you're at a gig and somebody comes up to you and asks you, hey, do you know this song? And it's a song you don't know. Actually, keep keep a list of those songs or keep a mental note of those songs. And if you're in a point when you're not inspired, visit some of those songs. Sometimes your customers are the best source of inspiration you could have. And you already know that you're playing a song that at least somebody in your audience likes because they requested it. If you have a song that gets requested by multiple people, the same song, well, that's a definite song you should go home and learn right away. Because remember, the goal here is to please our customers, to make people feel good. Another thing that I like to do when I'm looking for inspiration is to listen to songs that would be really hard, possibly, to adapt to acoustic guitar. In other words, a song that forces you out of your comfort zone because it's not something you would think of as an acoustic guitar piece, okay? Now, you might not strike gold with this idea. You might not be able to take whatever this said song is and make it work for you. But you may stumble upon something even better. A sound that you like, or an idea for a new song, or a way that you can adapt what you're doing to another song that would be cool to be, to be thought of in a different way. In other words, let's say you're trying to come up with a certain, guitar groove pattern to play a hip-hop version of a song, okay? A rap version of a song. You just can't seem to make it work. But you start experimenting with something, and, you know what? This guitar part kind of sounds like another song that I know. Maybe I could adapt that song to this. In other words, you're just keeping that door of creativity open, okay? That exploration open. And sometimes that's all we need, and that could give us enough inspiration to take us through several weeks or months of playing and learning, which ultimately gets filtered down into your gigs and makes you a better live musician and makes you more money because it gets you more shows. I hope some of these suggestions you will take to heart, maybe try some of them, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment box for me, because maybe I'll steal them and I'll use them myself. And unfortunately today, we didn't catch any fish. That would have been a nice little bonus, but we shared some ideas. I'm Frank Persico. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, so better late than never. We did get one little bass. I saw him kind of frolicking around, eating looks like dragonflies. And so, little bass to add to our gigging motivational guitar videos.